Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is a video I have been waiting weeks to film. Haven't been able to because, as you can see, I had to build some bookshelves because my tiny shelf wasn't holding them all. So I decided to make a video about my top 6 books from the beginning of 2021. I think I've read over 30 books in the first half of 2021, and I knew if I did a video at the end of the year, I would go into a coma from not being able to pick 10 books that were my favorites. So I was like, we're gonna split in half. I get to give you guys more books that I enjoy. I've had a pretty good reading year. It's been a while. My friends got me back on the reading kick, and I've just been living for all of the new books that have been coming out recently, and it has been amazing. So, anyways, we're going to go from the bottom up. I need to put a disclaimer here. All of these books are amazing. I just need a numerical system to keep my brain organized. So, these books are amazing. It's just my opinion. If you end up not liking one of these books, that is totally fair. If you think there's another book that I should have had on here, valid, because I didn't get to pick all the books that I read this year, which is a shame. So, anyways, we're gonna start off with number 6. Number 6 is Dark Shores by Daniel L. Jensen. I've been really enjoying all of the pirate stuff that's come out, and this one hits it a little bit differently. It has a little bit more of an explorer type of situation. It's basically, if you think Rome, like Catholic Rome, but there's no God and a pirate. Like, that's it makes no sense. Ingenious, honestly. Catholic Rome with no God. Pirate that has a secret about the rest of the world. And chaos spirals from there. There is a second book to this and a prequel, and a third apparently coming out. I'm waiting for the paperback for this book, but it's absolutely a delight to read, and I highly recommend it. Continuing with the pirate kick, the one that started all this year, so number 5, the Fable Duology. These two books absolutely gave me the adventure that I'd always been seeking, and then ripped me apart afterwards. It's very much a pulp, action-y pirate adventure, with some heartbreak in it. I didn't see it coming, I didn't know what to expect, but it was real good. It's about a girl who gets left on a beach after her ship crashes by her father. Left on a beach, I think she's 12 or 13 when that happens, and it takes place, I think, 5 or 6 years later. So she's been on her own on the beach with nothing but herself and the other kind of terrible pirate town. I want to say Tortuga-esque, but not really Tortuga-esque. It's a terrible place. It's rough. But yes, highly recommend if you're looking for just a fiery redhead to go off on a pirate adventure. It's very fun. Has a little bit of magic to it to give it that fantasy aspect, but it's not in your face about it, and it's just delightful. On to number 4. This I have to prerequisite with. If you are not 18 plus, skip ahead to this timestamp, because these books are not for you. These are adult romance. These are not books that I would have picked up on my own, but it was highly recommended on Instagram, and I'd follow a cosplayer who highly recommended the books and has cosplayed from it. I trust their opinion, so I was like, I'm gonna pick these up, we'll see what happens, and they were brilliant. I'm absolutely obsessed with them. They are the Captive Prince Trilogy. It is something. I don't know how else to describe this book. It is something. It is tender, and then it is, oh boy, my heart. But this is a political romance. Like, it is a romance here, romance. But it's very interesting. Not what I expected. It's about a prince Damon who is basically captured in his country and sent to the country where he was the killer of the prince in the years before, during the war. This is an LGBT book. That it is about some MLM, so it's very good. Recommend it to those 18 plus. Be prepared to start it, but continue on, because these two books absolutely so tender. It hurts my heart. Book number 3 had 3 characters that I absolutely adored. I freaking love these characters. I absolutely adore this world. I really wish there was more in it from this author. But the We Hunt the Flame duology by Hafsa Faisal, I believe is how you pronounce that. I'm probably wrong, and I apologize. I could not figure it out for the life of me when I was Googling it. But these are a Arabian fantasy. I love the way the author described it in the back of We Hunt the Flame as Hunger Games meets Lord of the Rings, which is very much the vibe that these give off. It's very fun, lots of plot twists in them. The whole setup is in this book, and then this one kicks off. I cannot express that enough. It just goes and does not stop. This one was beautiful. I love it. They're so good. I highly recommend them. Go find some Arabian fantasy, because this stuff's good. So good. And in slot number 2, we've got Grishaverse. I think that explains itself. No, these books started my love for reading again this year. I hadn't read in probably 3-4 years since high school, so 2016. These started again, and I will never get rid of them. I will love them forever. They did something to me and has completely changed my love for reading and telling stories, and has got me to think more critically about the books I read. Honestly, Leigh Bardugo is doing something in her books, and it is beautiful, and I love it, but I don't think I've ever emotionally recovered, because these books hurt me in ways that I cannot explain. These books destroyed me. I love my crows. I'll never forget my crows, and I can't wait for more crows. And I still have not recovered from these 2. I have not recovered. I'm still emotionally compromised, and I need more of it. Before we go any further and I say what honestly my favorite book of 2021 has been, by far, I need to talk about some books that I did not put on this list to go fully more in depth into, but that would be The Whole World of Fairy. I don't have them. I borrowed them from my friend. They own all of them, but Ironside, Valiant, Darker Part of the Forest, anything in the World of Fairy by Holly Black is phenomenal. I love me some Angry Boys, and Carden, signed, stamped, delivered. I love that boy. He is terrible, but there's just some good stuff in those books. Love them dearly. Please go check out Holly Black. They are so good. Another book that is top on my list. Where are you at? These Boys by Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. You just want some like hurt, feel-good vibes about some boys. This one right here is so good. If you like mystery and paranormal go check it out. Last honorary is The Sorcery of Thorns. Sorcery of Thorns is one that is just some good old fun. I think this was the second book by Margaret Rogerson. I will be buying anything else that she comes out with because it seems like she does standalones, which is great to throw in when you're working on a series. But yes, Sorcery of Thorns is about a warrior librarian, is the best way I could put that, and that's how I got hooked, so I hope that hooks you too. But yes, warrior librarian with a warlock friend. It's very fun. And last but certainly not least is my top book from the first half of 2021 that I've read, and that is none other than Ballad of Songbird and Snakes. This book I had been waiting for since it got announced. It came out in 2020. I didn't get around to reading it until over a year later, and I'm mad at myself for it. But this is the prequel to the Hunger Games series. So, to preface, there is one prominent character from Hunger Games that is in this book, and that would be Cornelius Snow. He is the main character in this book. You follow him through what he did and what he went through during the 10th Hunger Games, so 10 years after the war. Kinda get to see how the Hunger Games was built. Wrecks me every time. I need to reread this already, and it's only been like 5 months. It's a fun ride. It's really good. It's really entertaining. It does not stop to let you recover at moments because a lot goes down very quickly. Be prepared because you will learn some things from Hunger Games, about things that happen in Hunger Games, that you weren't expecting. I was not prepared for it. Learning about where certain things come from and why Snow does some of the things he does is explained in this. I still have more questions than I do answers. I will continue to say, if anyone is looking for something to read right now, go read this book. Oh my word, go read this book. And those are my top books of the first half of 2021. I hope you guys found some new books that you've been wanting to read. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about any of the books I talked about today, and let me know what you're currently reading and any books you currently have recommended for me. I may have 15 books over on my TBR right now, but I don't care. I need more book recommendations. So please, let me know what you're reading. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my rambles about books, because I like to talk about the books. So, thanks guys, and I'll see you next time!